Hello everyone, I want to welcome you to MCB2010 or Microbiology. My name is Dr. Stansel and I will be your instructor for this online course. What I want to do in this orientation video is familiarize you with the course syllabus, the policies, and then also with our Canvas website, which is where you're going to be completing everything with regards to this course. So right here in front of you now, this is a look at the course syllabus. You can find this course syllabus on our Canvas webpage, and I'll show you where that's located at in just a moment. But as you can see, my contact information is located up at the top. My office is in Building 2, and you can also contact me by email or phone. I prefer that you contact me by email. That's the quickest way probably to get a response. But feel free definitely to reach out to me at any time throughout the semester if you have any questions or concerns. That's what I'm here for. I'm here to be a resource for you and to help you learn the content this semester. Now, as far as this course is going to be about microbes. So microbes are essentially just organisms that are too small for us to see typically with the naked eye. We will look at a range of microbes. We'll talk about bacteria, we'll talk about viruses, and then also fungi and even some protists. As we move through the content, we will talk about the genetics of these microbes. We'll talk about the metabolic processes in them, and we'll also talk about how they can affect the human body with regards to beneficial impacts that they have, and then we'll also talk about them serving as pathogens in many cases and how we can treat the infections that they might cause. For this course, if we just scroll down the syllabus a little bit, for this course there is a required textbook. The textbook, though, is an open source textbook. That means that you don't necessarily have to purchase it. You can access it for free online. I've included the web link for that here in the syllabus. It's also included on Canvas. So if you are short on funds or you just enjoy reading on a screen, then definitely feel free to access the textbook in that way. You can also purchase a copy of this textbook in the CF bookstore or other locations online, but you don't have to purchase a copy of that. So definitely know that that is an option. You can use it for free or you can purchase a copy. Either way, though, make sure that you do have access to the textbook because you will want to be reading the textbook chapters as we move through them in the course. As far as the assignments in this course are concerned, you'll have 3 types of assignments. You're going to have homework assignments that go along with each of the chapters that we're covering this term. There will be some what we're going to call study sheet assignments, and then you're also going to have exams. All of these assignments do have deadlines. It is very important that you pay attention to the deadlines. The most successful students will complete all of their work in a timely fashion. They will make those deadlines and they will submit all of their assignments. I have posted the schedule of all of the course assignments already, and that's at the end of the syllabus. You can see it on Canvas. So I encourage you to take that schedule and make it your own. So if that means transferring the deadlines onto a personal calendar such as your cell phone, please do that so that you can make sure that you are keeping up with everything as we move through it. Now you can see that your grades will be determined from those 3 types of assignments. The majority of your grade will come from your homework and your exams, and then you'll also have 20% that's going to be based on those study sheet assignments. As far as how this course is going to be delivered, like I said, this is an online course and it is going to be delivered through Canvas. So everything is going to be contained within Canvas. That includes the resource materials such as lectures and notes. You can also access the homework and complete the homework there, the study sheet assignments, directions for all the assignments, and the exams. Everything is there, which means it is absolutely crucial that you have sufficient internet access to complete these assignments and access the course materials. It is not recommended that you use a cell phone or a tablet to complete the course assignments. It really is very important that you have access to a computer so that you can complete them. And I encourage everyone to have a backup plan for an alternative computer to use. If you do have a computer problem throughout the semester, you want to have a plan in place where you can still get your work done. You also want to have a backup location where you can go for internet access, because we all know that internet access can go out at the most inconvenient times. And again, having a plan in place is just going to help you move through the course more smoothly. It is expected that you're going to log into the course regularly in Canvas, so Monday through Friday. As a summer course, this is a very rapidly paced course, and you do want to be working on the content on a very regular basis. It is important that you set a schedule for yourself. Go ahead and set aside time throughout the week when you plan to work on the material. That is usually what the most successful students in the course do. So I would encourage you to do that right from the start. As you can see, the college drop date is listed in the syllabus, or the withdrawal date. If you are not pleased with your grade in the course at any time, we can definitely discuss it, but it is your responsibility to withdraw from the course if you do decide that it is not going as well as you had hoped. All right, it's also, I've got a statement here in the syllabus about student vacations. During the summer semester, this becomes a bigger issue. It's recommended that students do not travel or take vacations throughout the duration of the course, although that is certainly something that's up to you. However, if you do decide to go out of town for whatever reason, it is absolutely critical that you make sure that you have reliable Wi-Fi available to you and you have computer access, because you will still be expected to complete the course assignments as they are scheduled. So just keep that in mind, and if you are making traveling plans, check on internet access and have a computer available. Right, so then just some general course policies. No late assignments will be accepted. Keep this in mind. Technical issues, internet access problems, computer that's broken, these are not valid excuses. And if you do wait until the last minute, those are always things that could potentially happen, and it is risky to wait till the last minute. So please plan ahead. You will not be able to make up the assignments or exams if you do miss them, and there's not going to be any extra credit in the course. Grades will be determined strictly based on the grading breakdown that I showed you a little bit earlier. Okay, so just to scroll down to the very end of the syllabus, this is a look at the schedule. Okay, so your schedule may vary a little bit from what you're seeing in this orientation video, but it would be the final page of your syllabus. You're going to see the schedule. And what you can see here is that the course is broken down into modules. For this course, we will have 5 modules. Each module is going to have a number of homework assignments. It will have a study sheet assignment, and it will also finish up with an exam. All of the assignments in the module are open at the beginning of that module. So you can complete all of the homework early, so before the deadline. You can complete the study sheet assignment before the deadline. The only thing that is open for just a couple days is going to be the exam. So your exams, you have a 48-hour window, and it needs to be completed during that 48 hours. So it will open at midnight on Friday. If we just refer to this particular calendar, Friday, May 17th, it will open at midnight, and it will be open until Saturday, May 18th at 11:59 p.m. So even if you do work or you've got some other things that you have to take care of on that Friday, Saturday, you should be able to find a small window of time, a couple hours, when you can sit down and you can take this course exam. Right? For the homework assignments, if we look here at Module 1, the homework assignments, you have a deadline listed there, and then there's also a final module deadline. The final module deadline is the last deadline when I will accept any homework assignments from that particular module. So the homework assignments, those are the only assignments where there is a little bit of flexibility in the deadline when you can turn them in. I encourage everyone to stick with the deadlines that are on the syllabus, but if for some reason you need to submit them a day or two late, as long as that is prior to the final module deadline, then I will accept them without any grade penalty applied there. The study sheets, these are going to be collaborative assignments. They're going to be in a discussion board in Canvas, so no late assignments will be submitted there, because it is, again, for the benefit of the group, and if you're submitting late, it's not going to benefit the group. The exam as well cannot be submitted late. Okay, so that's a quick look at the schedule. Each module is going to be broken down in the same way. You will have homework assignments with a little bit of flexibility on the deadlines. You will have study sheet assignments with a firm deadline, and you will have an exam that is only open for 48 hours, and it also has a firm deadline. Okay, so now that we've gone through the schedule and the syllabus and the general course policies, I want to show you around the Canvas website a little bit so you can know what to expect and where you're going to find your resources. Okay, so here is a look at our Canvas website. this is the instructor version of the Canvas page, so it may look slightly different from what you have in front of you. But this is what our page is going to open up to. You can see that there is a link for the course syllabus here. I encourage you to take a look at that syllabus, carefully read through it. We did touch on the major points of the syllabus, but it's still your responsibility to read through all of the details that are located there. I encourage you to print that final page, which is the schedule. There's also a link there for tutoring here at the CF campus. Tutoring is free for CF students, so you are encouraged to take advantage of that if you do feel that you're struggling with the content. So the link will take you directly to the tutoring page for CF. And then I've also got a link there for tech support if you do have any problems accessing things in Canvas, just problems with your computer. That link right there is going to take you to the Distance Learning Help Desk. So they should be able to help you with any issues like that. And of course, if you plan ahead, that's going to be better as well. Scrolling down, you can see the schedule of the different assignments that we have in the class. So these are things that have a due date, but they're not necessarily where you first want to go when you click into the course, because these don't contain all of the resources that you should be looking at to complete those assignments. So to get to the actual content, the content that you want to be reviewing and looking at every time you log into Canvas, we're going to click this link over on the side called Modules. So when I click that link, you're going to see a number of modules open up. The very top one is what we call the Getting Started module, and this is the very first thing that you need to do before you can access the rest of the content in the course. And the purpose of this Getting Started module is to make sure that everyone gets off to a strong start and understands exactly how the course is set up and what's going to be expected of you. The very first link is going to be the syllabus. Again, we need to review that, familiarize ourselves with that. Then there will be a link to this orientation video, so that will be available at any time throughout the semester that you feel like you need to review where things are at or how things are set up. We've got a link to the textbook. Okay, so the textbook, like I said, is going to be an open source textbook. So just to open up the page here, this, you can see the cover. If you do decide to purchase it, that's what the textbook's going to look like. You can purchase it, you can use it for free, just in a web page version. You can also download the entire textbook in a PDF file. Okay, if you do that, you can save it then on your phone, you could save it on a tablet, or just save it on a flash drive so that you can easily reference it later and refer to it. Any of those options is just as good as the other. You just want to pick one that's going to work best for you. Going back here, there is a link just for some instructor information, so about how to contact me. Also, you could look at that in the syllabus. You can always contact me using the mailing feature in Canvas itself. That's actually a very good way to contact me, because if you do email directly through Canvas, it automatically lets me know exactly what course you're in, and so that would be the course that you're asking about. If you do decide to email me directly, that is fine as well, but you'll want to make sure that you definitely include what course you're emailing about, which in this case is going to be microbiology. Scrolling down, there's a few links just to give you some tips on being successful in an online course. The number one tip is really going to be setting a schedule and sticking to the schedule. Okay, students tend to get behind in online courses because they procrastinate, but if you are planning ahead, you are disciplined about your study approach, then there's no reason why you can't be successful in this course. At the very end of the Getting Started module, there is a syllabus quiz, and that quiz must be completed successfully, and by successfully with 100%, before the rest of the content in the course is going to be available to you. The information to complete the syllabus quiz is located in the syllabus. It's in this orientation video. Okay, so the information is there, and you need to demonstrate that you have looked at it and you're familiar with it. You can take the syllabus quiz as many times as you need to get that 100%. But again, it is required to get 100% on that before you're going to be able to progress through the rest of the course content. All right, so getting that out of the way, if we look down to where we actually jump into the content of the course, you can see that in Module 1, which is our first module, it's going to start off with the page. I'm going to go ahead and click on this one. This is going to provide you with the resources that you need for these first two chapters, so chapters 1 and 2. You are provided with the readings. Okay, if you click the links here, it's going to take you directly to the web version of the textbook, so you can read it directly on the screen. If you have the printed version of the textbook, then you're going to refer to those in your printed textbook. Right, so there are your readings. There are also some video lectures included here. I want to point out that these lectures, they are playlist. So as a playlist, that means that there's a little more than what you initially see right there. If you just click on this top corner, you can see that this first one has 2 videos contained in it. And if you just select them, it will guide you through those. You can see that the second playlist listed here actually has 3 videos. So just notice that when you're clicking on the videos that it is a playlist in many cases, and there might be 3, 4, 5 videos kind of embedded in that one window that you're seeing in Canvas. Once you've gone through all of that, then you can see that there is a link to the homework down here at the bottom. You can also get to that homework from the module page. So here's the homework. The homework assignments are meant to be assignments that you're going to take a look at. You're going to take your time. You're going to carefully look for the answers in the textbook, in the videos, and just really work your way through it in a very thorough fashion. These are not timed. That means that you can come and you can work on them. You can skip through the questions, answer the ones that you know, and then just wait on the ones that you don't, because you're going to go and you're going to read up on them a little bit more. The important thing is that you do hit submit by the deadline, definitely by the final module deadline. Again, there's a little bit of flexibility there if you do happen to miss the initial deadline for the homework assignment. Okay, so go through these. They are one attempt though, and as soon as you hit submit, that is your attempt. Okay, so if you do intend to come back to it and work on it a little bit more, you don't want to hit that submit button yet. Okay, as soon as you hit submit, you're going to see your grade on the homework and how you did. And if you missed any of the questions, then it's going to be really important that you review those more carefully and you try to figure out where did you go wrong on that. Because that is specifically the content that you don't understand yet and that you want to work a little bit harder on before we get to the actual exam. Right, so those are the homework assignments. They're all going to be set up in the exact same way. And if we go back here, you can see that you've got the different chapter pages. Again, those have your readings and your lecture videos. And then you've got the homework assignments underneath those. Now, if we take a look at the study sheet assignment down here, the study sheet assignments, these are assignments that are going to be completed as a group. So you will be in, well, they're a group discussion board. You will individually be completing them, and then you will be interacting with each other and providing feedback. So that's what I mean by a group here. Each student is responsible for completing their own study sheets. So with these, if I just click on the first one here, the point of these is to provide you with a good set of notes to use during the exams, and it's going to help you to really go through your notes and compile all of the important details onto one page per chapter. Okay, so you can see that sometimes these are called cheat sheets by instructors. It really just depends on the course and what they call them, but it's a one-page summary that's going to help prepare you for the exam, because it's going to help you go through your notes, and it's also going to help you have something to look at while you take the exam, since that is permitted in this particular course. So you can see that there's basically 2 parts to these assignments. First, you're going to create a study sheet for each chapter that will be on that exam. And then you're also going to provide some feedback to your classmates on theirs. So you're going to let them know if they've missed some key points. You're going to let them know if there's some incorrect stuff there. You're going to provide some helpful feedback. Okay, so your grade is going to be based on those 2 parts, what you produce and then also the feedback that you provide. These are assignments that have very firm deadlines. So make sure that you do get this completed by the deadline. You will not receive any points whatsoever for something that's submitted beyond the deadline. Okay, so there is another page here, if we just click, that provides you with additional information on how you would put together a study sheet, what a good approach would be to really organize this and do it well. Because if you do this well, not only will you earn a really good score on this particular assignment, but you really should earn much higher scores on the exams. That is the point of this, is to help you do better on the exam. And I really believe that if you do this assignment well, you will perform better on the exam. Okay, so those are the study sheet assignments. And then lastly, if we go back to the modules, again, reviewing just the first one here to get an idea, exam 1 is located at the bottom of the module. Okay, exam 1, again, is a very specific time frame when it is going to be available, and you must make sure that you take it during that time frame. It is a timed exam, meaning that once you hit begin, the clock is going to start ticking and you cannot pause that clock. So be prepared when you hit begin to sit there and take it for the full period of time. The other thing that goes along with this is that when you are taking the exams, you are expected to stay within the exam in Canvas. In other words, you cannot go to other web pages. You cannot go to other files on your computer. You need to just be inside Canvas on that page that has the exam. Canvas does monitor this, and this is something that I do take a look at after the exams. So just be advised that if you click out of the exam in Canvas, it is going to be detected, and that can be considered cheating if we're referring to other websites and things. So if you intend to use notes, study sheets in particular, that's fine, but they need to be printed and sitting next to you. They can't be on that same computer that you're using for the test. Okay, so that would be the test. You would just hit begin when you're ready to take it. Just other brief things to point out here. In our course, communication is going to be absolutely vital. If you have any questions at any time, we do have a discussion board that you can post those on. I encourage you to use this discussion board and post questions that refer to course policies and course content. You are welcome to respond to other students' posts on here. I'm going to be monitoring it as well. So I will respond, classmates can respond. I definitely encourage you to respond. And please use the discussion board. Now, if you have questions that are of a personal nature, so an emergency that's happened, you have questions about your specific grade, that should definitely be something that's directed specifically to me through email. So use email for that, but other things you can post on here. If you have questions about homework questions, you can ask about the content on there, ask about the topic, explanation of the topic, but please don't ask for a specific answer to a homework question on here, and please don't provide specific question answers to your classmates on here. We want to help each other, but we want to help each other find the information and learn the information. That's going to be the goal. Okay, so that is a pretty thorough look at the syllabus and the Canvas website. I am here to help you. Like I said, my name is Dr. Stansel. If you have any questions at all throughout the term, feel free to reach out to me, post them on the discussion board here, and please, from the start, set a schedule for yourself for when you're going to work on this content. If you are disciplined and you're committed to this course, I know you can be successful in it. I'm looking forward to a great term.